Lean and hungry. Still nothing?
Not a sign.
How long has he been gone?
Nearly 2 hours. Will they fight, sir?
We shall know soon enough.
Soldier! I ordered you to move those catapults forward. They're out of range.
Range is good.
The danger to the cavalry
Is acceptable. Agree? They say no.
People should know when they're conquered.
Would you, Quintus? Would I? Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Alright, welcome back. Let's talk about Hex. There's a lot going on. It's a little overwhelming. Kinda is. There's a lot of time sensitive things and opportunities again. Never end. First of all, check out Richard's debate. Mint your Hedron. You could keep minting it, okay? If your bags are big enough, if it's worth it because of gas fees for Ethereum, for the Ethereum network, right? You guys need to practice on the testnet, like a lot, so you don't screw up when it's the wild, wild west and everything's pumping and dumping and volatility's out of control. People are losing fortunes and making them, right? You need to practice on liquidity providing. Know how to, just basic stuff, add tokens to your wallet and whatnot. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the opportunities, and then I'll do technical analysis on Hex, which I normally don't do. And you guys need a strategy for mainnet. Okay? It's that simple. Let's get into it. First of all, let me show you. Alright, watch this debate between Bitcoiners. It was really, really good. It was one of my favorite Richard debates. I mean, he was just slaughtering these guys. It's hilarious. But the amount of knowledge that Richard just has is it's really mind-blowing. Also, go to Blue Bums if you haven't minted Hedron for some reason. I told you guys to do it like a month ago. Crypto Coffee has some tutorials. And of course, Hodl Dog. He's always got you set for what's going on in the marketplace, and he has great tutorials, right? K for Crypto, another great channel. His was taken down, unfortunately. Not sure what's up with that. For you beginners. So, let me talk about this for a little bit. You need to get everything straightened out now. And if you're worried about the price, then you have no idea what's going on. Okay? The price means absolutely nothing. The only thing that matters is how much liquid supply of hex is out there for sale, and possibly for sale, and going to be for sale, right? The liquidity on these dexes. It's the only thing that matters. How much is locked up? How much is liquid? Going to be liquid. And that's about it. The price could dump to 4 cents and go to $40 this year. I shit you not. I'm not saying it's going to do that. I'm just giving you an example. Like, this is just a giant fractal, just emotions. That's all it is. It's just people feeling sorry for themselves and shit. Alright. When mainnet goes live, the prices are going to do things you never thought possible. Okay? When mainnet goes live for Pulse Chain. For now, you need to focus on not chasing a bunch of shiny shit, which a lot of people have been doing recently, right? So, all of the opportunities come to those who have hex. Okay? And recently, I feel like a lot of people may have gone and chased other altcoins, may have sacrificed a lot of their hex for other things. Besides Pulse Chain and Pulse Hex, there was other projects that were coming out, right? And I showed you guys a bunch of them. You know, I maybe threw a little pocket change into like liquid loans, but I didn't care about the other ones. Why? Now, why? Because of opportunity cost. Now there's something coming up, which maybe I'm really excited about. I'm just going to say that, all right? I'm just excited about it. I don't want to give away too much, but I feel like a lot of people are already talking, and I might just have the guy on and, you know, interview him, might as well, if he's already going on other channels. And this is the selfish side of me. And I'm not, I'm honest, right? Like, if I see an edge in the market, if I see a huge opportunity, I'm not going to go tell the world. That's dumb. That's not how markets work. I'm not a socialist, right? Markets are competitive, and they're designed to be. Even within the Hex ecosystem. In Hex, all you have to do is stake longer and bigger, and the longer you're in the market, the richer you'll become, no matter what, right? But this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where there's an entire system state fork of Ethereum, which is pretty much the entire damn crypto market. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And people just don't get it. I don't think they grasp what's about to happen, right? I mean, this could change everything, like financial markets, the trajectory of humanity. I don't want to get that crazy and deep about it, but kinda, you know, listen, there's central bank cryptos coming out, right? So they want to move towards a cashless society, which Richard's not even a fan of, and I'm definitely not, because we all know why, right? You know, track trace database. But that doesn't mean that's going to work, because everything is socially reinforced. It's enforced socially. So people don't believe it or don't like it. It doesn't matter what they do. At the end of the day, it all comes down to productivity and what people support, right? All right. So I don't want to get too much into that. But there's an opportunity coming out with Hex. It's in conjunction with Hex. And the only way you could take advantage of this opportunity is if you have Hex. And not stakes, but liquid Hex. And I'm going to do some TA, but Hex is super cheap at 15 cents. Super cheap at 30 cents. Super cheap at 50 cents. Of course, there was a lot of whales who got in during the COVID dip, and they don't appreciate it. They took some profits, whatever. It's going to happen. It's just what markets do. There's massive unit bias and whatnot. But right now, I believe a lot of liquid Hex has gone all over the place. And it reflects within the price. And a lot of people are out of dry powder. Also reflects in the price. They're not buying. A lot of people stop onboarding when the price is down because they feel down. Okay, which is exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. You should be onboarding when the price is down because those people are going to experience gains, and then they get energized and they do more onboarding, and then the network effect and the massive virality happens bigger and better, right? And that's going to happen. We still haven't seen mass virality. We've seen virality sort of within the crypto ecosystem for Hex, but not like mass virality. And I would equate that to Bitcoin in 2017. Because I was there. Like in 2016, there was talks about it, like within the financial sector a little bit, and in chat groups, this and that, trading chat groups. But it wasn't like out in the consciousness of the masses. In 2017, towards the end of it, going, into 2018, then it dropped. That's when the masses started hearing about it for the first time. Hex is nowhere near that. All right? Not even close. But Pulse Chain's going to possibly do that. First, they'll do it for itself, and then Hex and everything else, right? And so, there's a new opportunity, and I don't want you guys to miss it. And that's why I'm making this video. You need liquid Hex to take advantage of it. And I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I haven't decided. And I don't want to hype something, right? So, if I see opportunity, but I'm sort of doing it now because my channel's dying and a lot of people aren't listening. So, this will probably go under the radar. Or not. It doesn't matter at this point. But let's do some TA real quick. So, looking at this, it's a giant parabola, right? Eventually it will break out and go up and make new all-time highs. Short term, for the next few weeks, what are we looking at? Well, I believe, unfortunately, it still matters what the entire crypto space does, which also matters because Bitcoin's correlated to the stock market, right? Unfortunately. If we look at Ethereum, bearish pennant, I still think this is gonna break down for sure. Will it go back down to like around 1500? It all depends what happens in the next few weeks because so the central bank, the Fed for the US, is still gonna probably raise rates in the next few weeks to put some sort of lid on inflation because it's so obvious and it's out there, right? And so they have something to cut later on to reinflate the stock market somewhat and keep the music playing and they need something to cut on bond interest rates, right? That's what I believe they're doing. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe they're doing. They can't keep raising rates because then everything blows up and pitchforks and torches come out. It's that simple. So, what? And then there's unknowns, right? Of course, China and Taiwan, whatever. We don't know when that's going to happen. But right now, let's just focus on the next like 6 weeks, something like that. Is the stock market going to further correct? If it does, it could take crypto with it. If Bitcoin corrects and Ethereum corrects, can it take HEX further down? Yes, very, very short term. But it all depends on when. If this plays out like next Monday and for next week or two, then yeah, HEX could probably revisit 10 cents. Maybe lower. I have no idea. When will mainnet launch happen? Or when will there be an announcement? All right, for this time for real, 4 weeks. and then mainnet really does go live by like the end of May. Or maybe at the end of April. Like 4 weeks from now. I don't know. That's what sucks about all of this. And I can't read Richard. It sucks. And I don't think he knows either, because that's how development works. For blockchains. Not that I know, but they have to keep testing it, and then they find a bug, and then they fix it. Then you get thrown back a few more weeks, and then they test it again. And then if there's no bugs, it's ready to go. If there are bugs, then another 4 more weeks. That's kind of how it goes, I believe. So you just don't know. And the longer we wait for the launch Pulse Chain, the more likely people will keep taking profits and people won't onboard as much, and you could kind of think that way. But Hex versus time, liquid Hex, keeps dwindling. That is out there to be bought, right? In the order books, liquidity pools. And then let's just say an entity could pull liquidity, and then there's a lot less Hex for sale. Only what people are willing to sell. Okay. Alright. So I guess let's look at the markets. In the private group, I put on a long call option on the VIX again, volatility. Really in profit. And why would I do that? Because I was expecting the markets to sell off. Why am I doing that? Worsening economic data. And they're trying to keep everything to sort of hold up, because they're releasing strategic reserves of oil, like 100 barrel. No. Was it 100 million barrels a day? That doesn't sound right. That sounds crazy. No, I think it's 1 million barrels a day. That sounds more right. I don't know. It's on my Twitter. You should go there. And that's to keep. I don't think it's going to bring down gas prices. I think they're just going to keep them where they're at. And using up all your reserves is asinine. Why don't you just, boost production and renew all the leases and open up the pipelines? Because we can't be independent. But, that's not their reset goals, right? Yeah. And I don't want to get into that. So, it doesn't matter. I'm looking at these charts. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Let's look at the weekly. This looks a lot like crypto. What does it look like? Bull trap, a bearish pennant. And then further down. Would it stop on the 200-week moving average? Or would it stop down on my blue line? I don't know. I believe the 200 week moving average will hold up the price on the weekly for the NASDAQ composite. But what I'm trying to say, how this relates to crypto is that would equal to around another 20 to 25% drop, right? 25 really. On equities. Well, that's probably more of a significant drop in crypto. We're looking at, this is Bitcoin on a 3-day chart. Shit. I mean, for the $10,000 target, that's a 77% drop from 44,500. But let's say another 50%. A 50%, 56%, 55% drop from current price of 44,500. That would revisit to the previous all-time high back in 2017-18, the end of 2017. Also, that was a huge breakout for the past 2 to 3 year bull market, right? So Bitcoin has been in a bull market for 467 days from the previous all-time high, somewhere around there, give or take. Well, I think this is again, right? It's a bearish pennant. And somewhere around 20,000 would be a beautiful correction to wash a lot of shit out of this market. Another reason is, I mean, they did stop QE, sorta. I mean, they're still doing it, but that's really just kind of propping up the markets a little bit. Not even, maybe just slowing the correction that needs to happen in equities until the Fed capitulates. They stop raising rates, and everyone's screaming, "Oh my God, the sky's falling! Housing market's blowing up, corporate bonds are blowing up, and all that shit." And then the Fed capitulates, and then they do more QE, and then cryptos will probably go straight back up into another bull market, and so will like other and all commodities essentially, right? And it's not if it's going to happen. It's all going to play out, what I'm saying. I'm just timing it as a whole nother game, right? But again, I'm sticking to my timeline. At the end of last year, I said there was going to be a 20% correction in equities that would also take down cryptos, and that happened. We've currently experienced that. Now that we're there, I'm thinking more pain has to happen. Why? And why are the central planners doing this? Because they do need to somehow stop inflation for political reasons and whatnot. But this kind of deflates it all and does create a little some deflation. People stop shopping when a lot of their money goes to just the necessities as prices are so high. Like I was just at the grocery store. Didn't see a lot of food in people's carts. So I'm constantly looking at all these things when I'm out in public. Anyways, moral of the story is I see more correction in crypto. Now, with HEX, does that mean it's going to fall and revisit 11 cents, 10 cents, or will it break below it? It all depends when Pulse Chain, I believe, is announced. But let's just do TA for fun. I had a perfect buy signal. I put it out in the private group. Everyone went, well, I don't know, but people went long. I mean, you got a nice, what was that, like a 40% move or something? That's how, damn, 63% move. It was literally at to the hour. Can this break down and go lower? You initially want to see a 3 count, but we did. This was 1, 2, 3. This is technically a 3. And did go higher than the previous 2 candle. So 2 more weeks of choppiness or to the downside, but probably not making a new low. So maybe revisit around 12 cents or something like that, 11. And then I believe we're going higher. And that would coincide with mainnet going live for Pulse Chain. The timing of it at least. And okay, so we're on testnet V2B. The next testnet is V3. I don't know how long V3 is going to be up and testing, but I do not believe long. And the way Richard's talking, he makes it sound like there's not a lot to get done. There's not a lot left. They just have to get the balances right for our Pulse Chain and Pulse X, which I believe I think they're right now. I don't know. I haven't checked. And then the automatic maker bot for Uniswap V3 or whatever. But I believe he wants it out as soon as possible. And how great would that be if it came out right when the crypto market was correcting with the equities market in the next coming 4 to 6 weeks? That would literally be, so if it comes out like 4 weeks from now or 6 weeks, that might be at the bottom of this crypto possible correction, major correction. Because this would take some time for this to play out on Bitcoin to get down into the low 20s, right? From 25 to like, I don't know, 18,000 or something, right? And then Pulse Chain mainnet goes live around this time. Oh man, that would be the perfect move so we could brag online, and it would grab everyone's attention in crypto, and it'd kind of be like a sucking event out of the rest of the crypto market into this new, better, improved ecosystem, low fees, fast transactions. All these coins are essentially deflationary and are better than everything else, right? So, but possibly within the next week, there's another opportunity coming out. And you're going to need Liquid Hex to take part. So, what's the downside risk of Hex? I don't think much. Now, for the past few weeks, I haven't been making videos or anything because it was looking more grim. I was hoping Hex would crash. Like to 5 cents or shit. I mean, a 96, 97% drop from the all-time high would have been like a dream. That would have been the ultimate opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, like, that can't be right. That's crazy. Anyways, like, half a penny or something would be, oh yeah. Yeah, like 2 pennies or something. That would be amazing. I think we're too close to a Pulse Chain mainnet launch, and I don't think that's gonna happen now. I was really hoping it would, but I think anything near 11, 12 cents is a steal at this point if Hex corrects, or it could just keep going higher. And I'm telling you, as soon as he announces V3, I think that'll kick off the the bull run in Hex prior to the fork because everyone wants a copy on Pulse Chain, right? You can't miss out on that. All right, guys. So if there's any dips coming up in the next week or two, I'd be looking to accumulate and then probably higher. And again, in about a week or so, possibly, nothing's confirmed, there is another opportunity and you need liquid hex for that. So the downside risk, if you were to accumulate some liquid hex right now, is probably not high. But it doesn't, in the end, it doesn't really matter. It's just all about how many units of hex you have. How big is your bag of hex, unit-wise? Because that's what's going to really matter in value money-wise if you were to convert it into fiat in the very near future, in like 3 to 6 to 8 months from now. And I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but trust me, like, well, I don't want to say that. I'm excited about something, and it's a big deal if you have some liquid hex. And a lot of people in the ecosystem, as of late, they've been chasing a bunch of shiny shit. And I don't think they all have a lot of liquid hex. So good. And there's a lot of things, you know, that can be done on the Pulse Chain network that can't be done on the Ethereum network because of for one, you know, I'm not a big player in the Ethereum network, and some friends, right? But on the Pulse Chain network, there's all the big players are the Hex OGs, and you know, so it's gonna be insane. It's gonna blow people's minds. Again, you need to go on the Pulse Chain testnet and go on the Pulse X DEX and play around with yield farming. Now, if you're not experienced, you know, this is the time where you could make mistakes and it doesn't matter. It's fake money, right? It's like fake crypto. You're paper trading, essentially. It doesn't count. This is how you can learn. This is your opportunity to learn. You can make all the mistakes and it's not going to hurt you. So go on the testnet and test it and learn how to do all these things, right? So when it goes live, you know what you're doing and you're not going to be FOMOing into all kinds of rallies and shitcoin pump and dumps and whatnot. I'm going to warn you now. The safest thing to do is to stay in the richer coins. But there is this one opportunity coming out right now that I'm really bullish on. So, and that's just for the private group, which there's like a 90% discount right now to get into from my private group where I help you guys, right? So go to my website if you want to take advantage of that. Eventually, this year probably, I'm going to just end it because I don't need it, right? But right now, you know, I'm willing to just live like a poor's man and not cash out anything. So because when Pulse Chain mainnet goes live, it's every amount of hex and pulse you have and pulse X you have is like multiples and multiples of wealth, I believe. So there you go. Like this is what we've been waiting for, and it's really, really close, guys. Really close. I think. I believe. I could be wrong. Like, I don't know. They might find another bug and it takes another 3 months. Another 6 months. That would suck. But hey, I mean, I'd rather have it come out 100% complete and ready to go. No exploits, 100% uptime, just like Hex. And while everything else just dies and gets rug pulled around us, we're the shiny city, right? And that's why in the long run, we are all going to be like those Bitcoin OGs. Actually, I mean, we're already that. We're actually better. I don't know. We're like the new ruling class. All right. And, you know, making the world a better place. So I believe that that's more important in the long run than money. But, you know, fix the money, fix the world. So follow me everywhere, because if you don't, you're missing out. And that's really all I have to say. Go to those other channels to get some good basic knowledge on how to do things if you're a crypto noob. And that's really all I have. But as of right now, I mean, if I'm looking to accumulate some more, but you know, it depends where the price goes. Because everyone's situation is different. If you have stakes coming due soon or now, then you have a lot of liquid. You have a big liquid bag. If you don't have any, do what you have to, right? Sell in Oregon. No, I'm joking, but you know, you want some liquid hex right now. If you want to take advantage of this opportunity coming up, which I will talk about more. Just give me a day or two. Maybe I'll get an interview. We'll see. All right, guys. Until next time, smash some likes. Leave anything in the comment section. Please share my videos and look at all the links below my video and follow me everywhere. And until next time.